I'm going to go over a few of the things. Sorry about all my decorations. I'm drying out all my tent stuff from the rainforest experience. Finally, I haven't really had anywhere clean to lay all that stuff out where it can dry off very well. And so I'm going to do that so it doesn't mildew. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and walk through some of the things that I brought on this journey, so that, you know, if you're watching this channel and you bike pack, or you're considering bike packing the Trans-America Trail, you can kind of know, hey, this is what I need, this is what I don't need. So with that, I'm going to flip it to me kind of walking through a little bit of what I have. All right, so I think I can go through these pretty quickly. I don't have very much. I'm sure it looks like a lot, but it packs down small. But this is essentially the stuff that I need to bike pack long distance, 6,000 miles. This will be my home essentially for the next 5 months. And this is what I carry. So right here I have a, this is a micro SD, regular SD, and USB plug-in. And that's what I transfer all my video from the drone and from the GoPro to my phone with. I do all my editing, video editing, cutting, production, everything from my phone. I've got a Galaxy Note 10 phone, so I use the little pen and get a lot done that way. I also have a Samsung Galaxy Active 2 watch that I wear, so that's one of the things that I have to charge each day. I keep a roll of quarters, my passport, which has some of my redeeming Eden stickers in it, my key to my bike lock, 2 water bottles that I try to keep filled at all times, and a mask. That's currently essentially what I keep in my pocket. This I keep in my bag. It's just out right now because I've gone through all my stuff and I'm cleaning out all my little bins and wiping them, making them clean. So, right here I've got my Bible, I've got Chucks, and I've got my Shimano clip-in sandals. Now these do have a clip on the bottom so that I clip into my pedal. And it's also got kind of a rubber base to it, so when I walk on trails and things like that, I'm not slipping around on plastic and metal. I got the larger bike lock. I probably need to move up to like one of the U-locks, but I'm really not ever far enough away from the bicycle to have to worry about it currently. Alright, so this is the drone that you've been seeing. It's a DJI Mavic Mini. So that is what I send up into the air. I've got my Nemo strap on it. I'm going to take that strap off. I can unfold the drone like this. And so that little guy right there fits in the palm of my hand, and that's what flies up and takes the picture. It comes with the Flymore kit that I bought. It was I think $3.99, and it came with 3 extra batteries in the remote. The remote hooks up to my phone, so actually I'm flying it from the visual on my phone at all times. So then I have a tail light that blinks, and I've got a headlight in case I am riding whenever it gets dark. I don't like to do that at all. So then in my front left pannier, which is the front sun detergent bucket up there, I have sunglasses, headphones, my GoPro case. Now my GoPro is actually on my helmet most of the time, but my GoPro case, I have this, I've got 4 batteries, 1 in the GoPro, 3 charged at all times, 2-port charging brick, a little tripod, some other accessories, this dive case that'll go down to like 100 and something feet, tortillas, peanut butter, thought I had jelly, this is strawberry topping, my mistake, Nutella, and a little spoon that I spread it with, a little plastic lightweight spork. a card from each one of my kids before I left that I carry with me, some receipts, and then I have my stack of Redeeming Eden stickers that I give out along the way to people so they can put them on their toolbox or wherever. A few extra cables that I don't use but that I have just in case any of mine break. My bike helmet is a Zeffel. Yeah, and the GoPro Hero 8 Black camera. That's what I take all of my helmet cam stuff while I'm riding down the road. And also like the fast motion stuff, like the clouds and the sunsets. So then I have this Lucy light, and this thing has been incredible. I keep this. Before I left, I got a few things, and I bought this hammock gear quilt. It's a 30D ripstop nylon, 850 down filling with 4 ounces of extra fill, 30-degree quilt. So it's not like a sleeping bag, it's like a quilt. It's like a big blanket. And the footbox on it is sewn. I probably would have gone with a zipper footbox if I had known how it worked with the temperatures that I'm in, because I think in the mornings I would like to just be able to drape it over my shoulders. And with it having a sewn footbox, I can get like one side draped over, but the other side is just like a foot bag. And the zipper one unzips so that becomes just a big rectangular quilt. But that's made by Hammock Gear, and you can find them online at hammockgear.com. Incredible quilt. It took them, it said they were going to take 6 weeks to make it when I ordered it. It ended up taking 8, but when I finally emailed them and asked them what was going on, they immediately got it made and shipped it out. And so then I have my Trekology pillow. And in this one bag, in the sleeping bag, I keep the sleeping bag, the pillow, and this Lucy light. So what this Lucy light does is it's got a little air thing on it right here. And you can pull that, right, like that. And that hangs up in your tent like a little lantern. It's got that brightness, even brighter, and then like a strobe. And it's solar powered. So when it starts to get low, I can check the battery right here by pressing this button. And when it gets down to just 1 dot, I can take it and put it hanging on my bicycle handlebar with this. And then it charges throughout the day as I go along. And that's amazing to me. You know, just that it packs down so compact, and it really does provide quite a bit of light inside my tent each night. So that stays in there in that one bag. And then I've got my Nemo sleeping pad. Now this has a hole in it right now, a very small one. After about 3 hours it will go flat. So I've got to find that tonight while I've got this chance at this hotel room, and then, you know, try and figure out how to do that. So then, as far as towels, I've just got a towel, a wash rag, and like a hand towel. I've got some socks. I've still got these smart wool socks that you guys saw me get in in my last journey, and these things are great. So I never actually said anything about them, but I wouldn't trade these for the world. They're smart wool. I went ahead and bought a smart wool shirt this time too, and it's been incredible. It is it's made out of merino wool, and it keeps you really warm if it's cold, and it keeps you really cool if it's warm, and it doesn't stink. I think I wore this for the whole train ride, and then for the first 3 days, I wore it for 7 days, and I could smell it, and it still smelled like detergent. And the reason that is that the wool isn't like cotton. It doesn't hold in moisture, it just wicks it out, and it doesn't give the bacteria a place to grow. So it really works. If you guys have any issues or questions about merino wool, I have tried it, I have experienced it, I highly recommend it. It's super expensive, but it's worth it if you do, outdoor activity where you have days between showers. So then I've got some bike shorts, some boxers. I've got one pair of dress clothes, a pair of pants, and a black polo shirt that I wear if like I speak at a church or anything like that. And then some winter clothes. And so the winter clothes is just some long johns, a long sleeve orange shirt that you've seen me wear in a lot of the last few videos, and a pair of long pants. I've only got a rain jacket. I sent my rain pants home. But so I've got a Frog Togs rain jacket, and then I've got my absolute favorite piece of gear. My Primal Ends of the Earth Cycling Pray Pedal Repeat jersey jacket, windbreaker. This thing has like this reflective zipper thing. You can't see it there, but that's very reflective where it says Primal on the zipper. And it is really good for wind. It's not as great with water, but like if it's cold outside and I'm going through the wind down a hill, I can put that thing on and it's fixed in no time. Let's see here. So then I've got, coming to this end, this I keep in my chain bag, in my frame bag. It's just a chain oil towel, chain oil, a spare, flat repair kit, a lollipop for my son, that rock that I found at the gas station, a lighter, and a clothespin, some chapstick. Then in the bottom of the bag, the back saddle bag that I keep my clothes in, my winter clothes in, I keep a lot of my tools. And so I have just a multi-tool, some blue tape, electrical tape, another flat repair kit, a chain cleaner brush, a razor blade, some scissors, 2 spares, some rope, and some paracord. The rope is really good for sending one of my buckets up a tree for a bear, keep, so that I don't have to worry about bears. A spoke key, some spokes, those were donated on my last trip, a screwdriver, a pair of channel locks, and a crescent wrench. And then this is my GPS unit. This is a Garmin Edge, and Ian Goff sent this to me last time in St. Augustine, Florida. And this is what keeps up with my mileage for each day. And it also has an app, so that's what you see, the picture at the end of each video of how far I've rode. I got my Sawyer water filter, a map, and then like the Sawyer has a syringe that you clean it, backwash it with, and a straw and a bag in case you have an emergency. You can just put water into the bag and filter it through to drink it. Oh, let's see. Coming around to the end of everything, I've got some gloves. I've got a hammer for my steaks. That's from my daughter. I've got some dude wipes, self-explanatory. Deodorant, bug spray, camp soap, contact solution, contacts, contact case, razor, glasses, fingernail clippers, toothbrush and toothpaste, some like antibiotic ointment, cream, some sunscreen for my arms and legs, and some sunscreen for my face and my bald head. And then I've got a few extra masks and 2 like neck warmers in case it gets cold. And then, let's see here, I've got the tent, which is a Big Agnes frying pan. And it is a great tent, also donated by Ian Goff on the last trip. I'm letting that dry out. That's the upper portion, like the rain cover, rain fly. And this is the actual tent itself. And then here is the footprint. And then tent stakes and those kind of things. Got an extra thing of peanut butter in my pizza from earlier up there. This is my wet bag. It's made by Watershed, or dry bag. It's made by Watershed. And I keep 1 towel with that. And that's what I keep all the stuff that like is my tent camping stuff, and that's what's piled up on the back and zip tied or bungee down. And last but not least, I've got 2 batteries. They both take ages to charge. One is just an Anchor 20,000 milliamp battery, and the other is this 25,000 600 milliamp battery, and it has a fold-out solar charger. And so with direct sunlight, that solar charger is enough to charge my phone. It would take a long time to charge the battery itself, but it'll charge my phone in about 3 hours of sunlight. It would take about 60 hours, 65 hours to charge the whole battery in sunlight. So that would be, you know, it's almost pointless. But if I get out there and I need to charge my phone, I'm totally capable, as long as I've got a somewhat sunny day. And so that's it. The kitty litter buckets, of course, on the back. My son is an alligator at his school, so he sent that with me. And my daughter sent me the puppy dog. I can't point in reverse. And so they're going to explore the United States with me. And when I get back home, they're going to have a lot of stories to tell about their journey. So Liam, Kirsten, get ready to hear those stories when they get back to you. Other than that, Sun detergent buckets are hooked up on the front. And so far, everything's holding well. So, with that all being said, I'm about to take the sleeping pad out, try and find the hole, dry it out, patch it, and hopefully that'll keep me from going flat while I sleep, ending up on hard, cold ground in the middle of the night. It's terrible to wake up at, like, you know, midnight and be like, but it's worth it to sleep on something comfy. So anyway, that's it. That's my list of things that I take with me when I bike pack. Leave a comment in the description on what you take that is like a luxury item for you that you can't go without, like my drone and my GoPro. They're added weight, but that's just something that I enjoy doing. And so it's something that I enjoy taking with me. Also my Lucy light. I think that's probably my favorite piece of equipment out of everything that I have. Just because of how versatile it is and how easy it is to use. So that's it. As usual, I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Good night.